Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is all systems go for Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone inside Hy-Vee on the corner of Highway 61 and 2nd Avenue here in the Pearl City. Rita is behind the scenes working hard. Hey, Rita, how are you? We got to get Rita on the show one of these days. She needs to be in front of the camera, darn it. We're feeling good despite the temperatures outside, and it'll mislead you a little bit if you're watching with us live. It's currently 8:32. We have sunshine, but it's very cold. Not the morning that you want to forget your gloves at home. I got to the store at about 20 after 6, and I had the thought for a moment of sprinting from my car to the door, but there were a couple slick spots in the parking lot, and the last thing that I wanted to do was see my feet this morning and take a header in the parking lot. It's cold in Muscatine, and several area schools opting for a 2-hour late start. And to answer our friend Jerry Proviance, who on Facebook says, quote, "For the love of God, please tell us you have salt." Jerry, we are sold out as of right now. Now, that being said, we are literally working on trucking more salt in to Muscatine like we did yesterday. We got that salt that we had yesterday from Silvis. Shout out to all my friends in Silvis, Illinois. Hello, Silvis. And we're working on bringing in more salt. The salt that we're going to apparently have today, hopefully, and I'll let you know on social media, has magnesium in it, so it has it can melt at lower temperatures. So we're excited for that. And if you bought salt yesterday, thank you very much. And if you accused us of price gouging, sorry, you were wrong. We're not price gouging anybody. Very excited to have Chef Brian Scott back in the Hy-Vee Today studio with us for the second day. He is getting ready for the 5th annual Muscatine Community Wine Dinner. Chef, what is in that pan right now, sir?
Well, it looks like a glob of black, but it's going to be turned into a black coral. It's going to be a garnish for a green dish tomorrow, so it's going to be a sweet pea soup with a black coral on top. But it's a trial and error basis. You got to get the mixture right, otherwise it turns into a black glob.
Right.
And I have a black glob.
Oh, well, hey, at least you're honest.
By the end of the
right?
show, we'll get it right. I've done it before. I can do it again.
And again, this is a lot of work for a garnish to a dish. That's how much attention to detail you're willing to pay to help out the Muscatine community. Why? That is fantastic. I'm also excited to report that more tickets have sold for the wine dinner, which is tomorrow night, Saturday, February 9th. Doors open at 6. Dinner starts at 6:30. I think there's like less than 5 or so tickets left. I would call the Y 263-9996 and ask them, because at this point you could be watching the show tonight and it might be sold out. So call the Y real quick. Chef, apparently, so I got to sample some of the risotto yesterday, but then you formed it and you deep fried it, and some folks got to try it. Roman in the bakery said it was one of the best things he's ever had. So that's on the menu tomorrow. And then the entree, of course, the pièce de résistance is the short ribs.
Short ribs, yeah, short ribs.
And you have promised me short ribs for breakfast, which I appreciate, putting them on the spot. But no, I just want people to understand 5 courses with wine tomorrow. You still feeling good heading into that?
5 courses? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm on schedule right now. Today, I'm making garnishes, and so I can set up overnight because it's a cheesecake. And tomorrow, I will come in early in the morning and start the short ribs because I want to braise them all day so they just fall apart on the plate.
About some of the artists that are performing again. This is next Tuesday, February 12th at the Mississippi Brew. Proceeds support the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. Judy runs the shelter. We'll be talking to Judy more and more with the New Beginnings fundraiser coming up. But Judy, you've got to feel so great knowing that Mahaley put this together, right? It's always good to have different events to help the shelter. You rely on donations to stay open.
Absolutely. It was probably October, November. Mahaley called and reached out to me and said, you know, I'm just really passionate about this. I really want to do something. You know, I'm not really sure where to start. And we had a conversation, and I talked to her about having a sock drive or a pajama party, and people bring pajamas and
Sure.
paper product thing, and just to get supplies for the shelter. And she kind of asked more questions, and she said, okay. I said, whatever you want, we're grateful for, we'll take anything. And next thing I know, she contacts me a couple weeks later and said, hey, I've been talking to the brew, and it has just bloomed into this huge event.
Right.
The t-shirts, the heart is half purple and half teal.
Okay.
Purple is for domestic violence and teal is for sexual assault.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So she designed it and had her friends help design it, and with the
Super
hands.
powerful. I did not know that.
So yeah, that's what the logo for the shirt means. And she decided to, just run with it, and it's turned into something way bigger than what our shelter or
Even I expected.
even
Yeah.
imagined.
That's just it, right? So you have an idea, and then it takes off, and that's what
Yeah.
can be so. And there's the website with the shirts, by the way. Order your shirts, support Love Shouldn't Hurt and the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. But Mahaley, again, to have the thought to do something, to then start to do the work, and then sort of receive the goodwill of others wanting to help, makes it a lot easier, right? I mean, it'd be one thing to go it alone and kind of have to,
Right.
scrap to get everything together. But once you sort of reach out to people, and of course the brew makes sense, right? They've got that great
Right.
room with the stage. So, yeah, I mean, it's become a music festival, basically.
Yeah, in a small way, yeah.
Right. And those are, there's a lot of work that goes into the
Yeah.
logistics of
There
putting
is
that
a lot
together.
of work that goes into it, yeah.
Okay, so Love Shouldn't Hurt Tuesday. What time should folks be down there? When are the first performers gonna take the stage?
So I'm gonna have Chase Siwasink on right
Awesome.
at 5.
Yep.
He's just gonna play a little 30-minute set. He's super busy with work, so we kind of squeezed him in. And then Judy and I are gonna talk a little bit,
Cool.
and then I've got artists the rest of the night till 10.
Okay.
They're allowed to play after 10, but the brew's giving 20% of proceeds from drinks and beverages, drinks,
Sure.
meals, all that stuff. 20% from 5 to 10.
That's fantastic.
So everything's gonna start at 5.
I love it. And we just had the event on the screen. You can find it again on Facebook if you search Love Shouldn't Hurt. Right. So in addition to seeing some, and it's not that often that there's live music on a Tuesday.
Right.
In February, right?
Right,
Let
right
alone just
before
on-
Valentine's Day.
Yes,
So
it's
yeah,
a-
bring
it's
the
great
family.
timing. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So family friendly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's an all
Night,
ages
okay.
event until
Good.
10 o'clock.
Excellent.
So.
Okay. So the lineup is a good one. Soul True, Leather Parachute. It's on the
Yes.
screen, right? Angela
Yes.
Meyer, Gage Thompson, Chase Siwasink starts at 5, supporting the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. The T-shirt idea, I wonder, because again, it's one thing to put together an event, but then did you sort of have the logo, the graphic for the event, and then you thought, well, we could maybe make some T-shirts
Exactly,
to kind of
yeah.
keep raising awareness? That just makes total sense. So
I've got some really good friends that they have a shop where they
Yeah.
do custom t-shirts. So they were able to take this design, put it on a t-shirt for me.
it's wonderful.
Yes.
And 10% of the sales of the T-shirts,
Right.
they are donating to the shelter
To the
as
shelter.
well.
Yeah, the whole
So
company is.
you
And
get
again-
a cool shirt, and some of the proceeds comes to us as well.
Totally cool shirt, like $14.99, super affordable, right?
Exactly.
I was looking at this. Look at the color options. Ryan, click on the Irish green. Maybe you're thinking, well, St. Patty's Day is coming up, and now zoom out a little, Ryan. Look at that color. I'm just saying, like, it's not that often that you have shirts that support a good cause,
Right.
and you get to kind of customize
Yeah.
it.
And with
if
the
you'll have
unique
it.
design too. There's no other design out there like that. So
One of a kind, right?
yes,
Absolutely.
a local artist made it for me.
And they've got sizes for folks like me that are smalls, 2XLs. But what I like, and honestly, this might sound ridiculous, but I was looking on the website, and sometimes when you buy a bigger shirt, like I've done my whole life, you pay more. I didn't see that
No.
price
No,
change.
that's not a thing.
amazing.
Yep.
So I'm
Same
not being
price.
penalized for being a big person for once.
Right.
Yes, it's a big deal. Judy, you said something that's very compelling. The MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter, I mean, literally, you'll accept, I don't want to say you'll accept any type of donations, but certainly when it comes to receiving the generosity of others, because there is no type of state funding anymore, I mean, you are relying on people for food donations, monetary donations, clothing sometimes, basic supplies, maybe things that people take for granted or they might not think that you need. I know
Right.
oftentimes you'll put lists online where it's like paper towels and toilet paper. Do you find yourself, as we're sitting here today, in need of any any amenities like that or any toiletries?
There's ongoing things that we always need. I will say that our community is very generous, and especially over the holidays, we had a lot of groups and people like Mahaley, and Mahaley has been gathering things for us too.
Sure.
But we go through things, right now we have 6 women and 5 children.
Wow.
6 women and 6 children at shelter. Ooh. So, it's staffed 24 hours a day. We go through toilet paper, it's cold and flu season. We go through Kleenexes. We provide everything that they would need. They come a lot of times with just the clothes on their backs. So we have clothing there, diapers, wet wipes, food, laundry soap, dish soap, cleaning supplies. We provide all that for them, and we don't charge for our services.
Right.
And we provide all their daily basic needs, deodorant, shampoos, conditioners, everything that you can imagine. We go through, and we always need. There's Community Bank just dropped
on Facebook.
Yeah,
yesterday.
They did a month, a whole month where they had people drop things off, and they dropped that off to me last week. So we're very grateful to the community, and we're grateful for anything.
Sure.
Storage is an issue for us. Sometimes we get people that'll call us, say, I've got a washer, it still works.
Right.
I don't have a place to store a washer.
No,
if I have somebody that's getting ready to move out, I can try to see if they're going to need one.
Sure.
But storage is an issue for us. But yeah, we're not picky. We always need socks, undergarments, pajamas, because again, when they come in, sometimes they only come in with the things on their back.
I've said this a lot when we talk about the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter, but I was fortunate enough to have the ability to take a tour on a day when the shelter was empty. Now, the thing about that is that the next day it was full. There was literally one day where nobody was there, was able to come in, sign the disclosure because it is a confidential location.
Right.
It's a wonderful place.
It's a home.
You say it's a home. I was just going to say it is a home. 100% it is a home. And just, I don't know, it was the first time I'd ever been there, so it was, I didn't have a lot to say, as you'll recall, because you're kind of just taking everything in, and it's during that moment that you understand that people are showing up in a tough moment with, like you said, oftentimes just their clothing that's on their backs,
right.
And that's it, and whether they have a child or two or just as themselves. I can't even imagine the circumstances that they arrive at the shelter, but my whole goal is to do whatever I can so that we never have to have the conversation called, we're not sure if the shelter is going to be able to remain open.
Right.
That's why when people like Mahaley decide to champion the cause and say, I'm going to put together an event, we need y'all watching this to show up on Tuesday for Love Shouldn't Hurt and make it successful. If you can't make it on Tuesday, Judy just listed a whole bunch of different stuff that you could purchase at places like Hy-Vee and drop off for the domestic violence shelter. All donations need to be taken to MCSA.
Yep, at 312 Iowa Avenue.
Let them know that it's for the
us.
shelter,
Yep,
right? Okay.
Yep. And
then,
I'm sorry, just to put into perspective something that you were saying about, our numbers go up and down. In 2018, we served 70 women and children. Wow. But to put into perspective of that, we had a total of 202 people. That was 94 women and 108 children that called for shelter in 2018. They were okayed to come in, and for whatever reason they didn't come in.
Jeez Louise.
It could have been because of transportation issues. Maybe they chose to stay. Maybe they ended up going to a family member's. But that's another 202 clients that reached out to us and were okayed to come in, but didn't come. So it's really important that we keep our doors open. Shelters across the states are closing all the time. And, we don't want people to have to go someplace else, and other shelters are usually full. So it's really important for fundraisers like this and our New Beginnings and for Mahaley and people. I mean, if you think I don't have any money, but you're at Walmart or someplace and they have a pair of socks that's marked down to 50 cents because it's out of season, grab 6 or 8 of them, drop them off at MCSA. If they're running a sale here on laundry soap or dish soap, just grab 1 extra and drop it off. Every little bit helps.
It's true. And again, Mahaley, for you to go through all of this work to create Love Shouldn't Hurt, I hope that this is something that we're talking about a year from now for the 2nd annual. Is that your intent, is to keep it going? I mean, I know that that's maybe bigger picture, the event's
Right.
Tuesday, we want everybody to show up, but have you thought about that, if this goes
We
well,
have,
doing it again?
yes. We're actually talking about doing something in the Brew Garden this summer, so we're already
Great.
kind of talking about getting something going for the
Awesome.
summer.
Yep, I love that.
And also, if people can't make the event, they can purchase our shirts through our event page. So
Excellent. And the shirts again,
It's super easy to find
$14.99,
out, yeah.
and 10% of sales donated. But we want you to come out on Tuesday and
It'll be fun.
spend a lot of money because 20% of food and drinks are being donated.
Yeah.
So get 4 appetizers when you only get 1, because you're going to help out. So yes, I'm so glad that you're doing this. I love the idea of doing something when it warms up as well.
Yes.
Again, all of these things take a lot of work. So if you're watching this and maybe you're connected to a band, or if you're a solo performer and you want to contribute, reach out to Mahaley.
Yes,
Go to the
please
Love Shouldn't
do.
Hurt page and just ask about how you can get involved, right? I think we have a lot of talented people in
Yeah.
Muscatine County, and then certainly as you expand that into the Quad Cities.
absolutely.
And it's always amazing to me when we see different fundraisers happen where there's bands that are so willing to give of their time. Think about the River City Throwdown
Right.
annually, and all of those 12 hours worth of bands donating their time for a good cause. I'm so happy that you're doing this. Judy touched on the New Beginnings fundraiser, and we had the MCSA domestic violence shelter portion of the MCSA website pulled up, and the save the date is on there, Ryan. April 6th. We'll be here before we know it.
It's coming
Sometimes
fast.
when I say it out loud, I get a little anxious because it's like,
You and me both.
holy moly, April 6th is going to be
too
here
far.
soon. It's a Saturday. It's the annual New Beginnings fundraiser at Geneva Golf and Country Club here in Muscatine. Save the dates on the screen, 5:30 to 9:30. Judy, and keep that on the screen, guys. Tell everybody at home how important this one night is for the shelter.
Well, we don't receive state and federal funds, so we receive United Way funds, and then through fundraisers. But New Beginnings is one of our biggest fundraisers.
Sure.
It counts for usually about a third of our budget.
Wow.
So it's really important that people come out, buy a ticket ahead of time. Last year it did sell out.
Right.
It's an amazing event. There's lots of things to bid on, and the food is amazing. The Geneva has always been very, very great to us. We will have our Isabel Blooms
Yes.
for sale, and we
So
did
glad
bring
that you
one of
mentioned that.
those.
So the brand new
2000
limited edition.
Limited edition.
So how long have you been working with Isabel Bloom, based in the Quad Cities? Keep it there, Chad, if you could. Look at how great that is. How long have you been working with Isabel Bloom? And talk about how wonderful they are, because they're willing to create something that is
Yeah.
literally one of a kind.
Yeah, this
that
is the
helps the
fourth
shelter.
year.
Okay.
The first year we did the Ladybug. The year after that we did the Dove of Peace with purple on it. And because purple is for domestic violence,
Sure.
they do some form of purple on it. Last year we had the butterfly, and this year they've done the bumblebee. They are limited edition. They're $25. You can buy them at MCSA at 312 Iowa Avenue. We have only purchased so many of them, and we can do one reorder, and they are going fast. I will tell you right now that we have already submitted another order that I will be picking up March 5th. The proceeds from selling them stay with us. They make great Valentine's Day gifts. They make great Easter gifts, Mother's Day gifts, or just for anybody that collects Isabel Blooms.
Yep.
And we will have the blooms, some of them, at the Brew on Tuesday night
For Love Shouldn't Hurt.
for
Great.
Love Shouldn't Hurt to sell. So you can purchase them that night there as well.
It's easy to buy them online. I bought 2 on. I hope my mom's not watching, because I'm giving one to my mom. She's maybe watching tonight because she's at work right now live. But I bought 2 of them online. Ryan, it's so easy to buy them online. If we could, back to the MCSA website quickly. Ryan willing to buy 100 of them. No, I just want to show everybody at home how easy it is to purchase it. I even think I used my PayPal.
Right.
Right? So I did it from
Yeah.
my phone. I was like, 2 of them, swipe. And I meant to stop by yesterday because you pick them up at MCSA. I forgot to do so, but I will pick them up for sure. Isabel Bloom, these things are just one of a kind. They do some incredible things, and not to give anything away regarding the New Beginnings fundraiser, but speaking of Isabel Bloom, and I don't even want to show a picture of it, but Judy, just describe the size of the Isabel Bloom that'll be in the live auction on
Every
April
year
6th.
they do one special item for us with some form of purple on it, and
Yeah.
it goes in the live auction. And this year It is huge.
It is a massive piece.
It's
Right.
huge, and I've never seen anything like it. I want it really bad. I have bid the last 3 years, and I've spent a lot of money, and I have bought 2 of the one-of-a-kind because they will never do another one.
Ever. They break the mold, literally break the mold.
You can get it in a different color, but they'll never do it in purple.
Yeah.
And I think this year this one's going to go for big money.
I'll tell you what, I don't even want to give it away. I just want y'all to be there on April 6th. Haley, I don't know if you've seen the size of this Isabel Bloom.
I haven't, no.
Judy had a picture on Facebook, and I don't want to show it because it is something that we'll see on April 6th. It's unbelievable, the size of this Isabel Bloom. And they're such a great company. Do we have the order form from the MCSA website? It's via the Domestic Violence Shelter link on the site. So if you scroll down, there it is right there, Ryan. You got it. What do you mean not yet? You got it, Ryan. Now put in that credit card info. It's for a good cause. Let's go, Ryan. Get 20 of them. That's that easy. Check Ryan, I'm kidding. Just keep it there for a second. It's that easy to order them online. You pick it up at MCSA. I hope that, best case, you sell out of them, including the reorder, but I would love to be able to have a table here at Hy-Vee to sell them.
And we have in the past after the event, if we still have some left. Hy-Vee's been very, very gracious in letting us sell them at the front door, and we've always done really well.
Yeah. Good. Well, Ryan is apparently going to buy 100 of them. $2,500. Thank you, Ryan Broderson. He's a good man. Maybe he won the lottery last night and he's holding out on us. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack, but in order of events, next Tuesday, February 12th, Love Shouldn't Hurt at the Mississippi Brew starts at 5 o'clock. If you can't make it, get on the Facebook page, order a t-shirt in a variety of colors. And if you can't make it to next Tuesday's event, you can save the date. Ryan is now buying 200 of them. What's that PayPal credit limit like, Ryan? I guess we're going to find out. If you can't make it, please consider going to the New Beginnings fundraiser. Judy said it will sell out this year.
I'm sure it will.
We've added a couple of different things. So I'm on the New Beginnings fundraising board, and I love this event. I actually just yesterday picked up the donation from our friends at Toyota, who are sponsoring the wine pool again. And then we're going to have a photo booth this year set up in the bar. And I don't want to put them on the spot, but I'm crossing my fingers and my toes that our friends at Bayer are going to sponsor the photo booth. No pressure. Probably not the best thing to say because I followed up an email with Chris this morning. Hi, Chris. Let me know either way. The photo booth will be fun. It's such a wonderful evening. It's a powerful evening. And like Judy said, that one night, the New Beginnings fundraiser accounts for 1/3 of the budget.
Yeah.
So if New Beginnings, I don't even want to say what I'm going to say. If New Beginnings isn't successful, we know it's going to be successful, but nothing is guaranteed.
Right.
Right. It's not guaranteed that it'll sell out, but I know, thanks to the gracious and generous people in Muscatine County, that they'll come out to events like Love Shouldn't Hurt, like the New Beginnings fundraiser.
And Mahaley has made the Love Shouldn't Hurt event, so it's cash donation at the door.
Yes.
So
good idea.
I mean, it doesn't
Sure.
cost anything to come, and then if you eat 20% of the sales or drink, 20% of the sales is coming from the brew. But Mahaley made it so that it's a cash donation at the door, and all the cash that's raised at the door is coming to us as well.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean,
Mahaley, you are
so
fantastic.
she's not even charging a flat rate, to be able to
Right.
come in and hear these 5 great, bands and stuff. So, it's a great night to get out. People are getting cabin fever. It might be a little chilly, but it'll be nice and warm in
It'll be
there.
nice
and
and
you'll hear
warm
some
inside.
great music,
Yes.
great food.
Judy, we have cabin fever. The groundhog lied to us.
I know.
We've got all the snow melted last weekend, and then we're right back into
Right back to where we were.
I know.
right, school getting canceled and delayed and frigid temps. It will be a good time. Bonnie Nichols chiming in on Facebook saying hi to Judy and myself. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey,
Would love to buy
Bonnie.
Bonnie's
Say
house.
hello.
Bonnie's house is for sale if you want to buy it, by the way. It's a great house.
It's beautiful.
It's got a built-in pool. I want the house.
Ooh.
Bonnie, give me a deal. All right, so many ways to help out. If you're thinking, and Megan Francis, our friend Megan, commenting on something you said earlier, she said that's a great idea, buying 1 or 2 extra of something. If you have kids, include them as an example for the next generation. Right, inspiring young people
Absolutely.
to understand the importance of giving, paying it forward, and
Yes.
to be able to do that. That's Megan's comment right there. It's such a good point, right? So whether it is monetary donation, items that you pick up at Hy-Vee to get to the shelter via dropping it off at MCSA, purchasing one of these limited edition Isabel Blooms, coming to Love Shouldn't Hurt next Tuesday, or showing up April 6th. There's a lot of opportunities to give and to help out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. 6 women and 6 children are there right now. Right now. So think about that. Let that be a powerful message to y'all that are watching, that are thinking maybe you don't have the capacity to give. What could you do to improve the quality of the lives of the 12 people that are calling the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter home? And then think about it like this. God forbid, what if the shelter was not there? Where would they be? Where would they go? What would have happened? I'm not trying to be, but I mean, that's the reality. You said you took all those phone calls.
Right.
What happened to those people? We don't know.
Right.
I mean, we hope that they're all okay,
Right.
but we don't know. The crisis line is always available. Thank you for showing that. 563-263-8080. Again, I wish we lived in a world where we didn't need the domestic violence shelter. I wish I could win the lottery so I could just write you a check so we wouldn't have to do any of this, right? And by the way, if you're rich and you're watching, write a check.
And we are a nonprofit, so
That's right.
it's tax deductible.
We've got all these rich viewers. Come on. Somebody
Write me a
has
check for the event.
Scrooge McDuck vault, and they want to bring in Alice Cooper for Love Shouldn't Hurt Part 2. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I know it's agent. All seriousness, this is so great. Mahalia, you're inspiring for doing this.
Absolutely.
A lot
We
of
can't
work.
thank her enough.
Please know that this is going to make a difference. And to do a fundraiser in this way, with incorporating live music and understanding how important it is. It's all on Facebook. If you need more info, buy a shirt, show up on Tuesday, and just reach out if you have questions, or again, if you want to be a part of the next Love Shouldn't Hurt in the summer, or if you have thoughts on different bands or artists that might want to give their time, it's definitely going to be worth it, that's for sure. Judy Yates doing some speaking. Mahalia will be there. Chase Siwasink, Gage Thompson, Angela Meyer, Leather Parachute, and Soul True. Tuesday, Mississippi Brew helping out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. Mahalia, Julie, thank you for being here. I'm so happy with how the bee looks. It's the first time I've seen
It's so
the bee.
cute.
I was
adorable.
like, Mahalia was unwrapping it, and I was like doing this because I hadn't seen it in person. I've only seen pictures of it. It looks so great. And again, Cody, I want you to zoom in on this. And Judy, talk about the fact that this is how you know that it's a one-of-a-kind limited edition.
Yep, they write, it's for New Beginnings, and they put an LE on the bottom of it.
Right.
And saying it's a limited edition. And again, you can get the Bumblebee, but it'll never come in
right
purple
there.
again.
Never come in this color again.
It's specifically
And it's a
for our
wonderful,
shelter and domestic violence.
Wonderful purple. I'm not a good hand model, as you can see. I gotta get, my cuticles look terrible. That's way better. Thank you guys. You're saving me with the screen over there. All right, order B online. It's really easy to do, mcsaiowa.org, or buy one next Tuesday at Love Shouldn't Hurt. Thank you both. Mahalia, good luck on Tuesday. It's so great to meet you. Finally, when you messaged me, it was so long ago. I was like, yes,
Months ago,
I want to talk about this. And Judy,
Tony, thanks.
Judy's my friend. I see Judy a lot. We got a meeting next week or so, and
Invitation stuffing next week.
on Valentine's Day.
It
with
is.
Stefan Alvarez.
Yeah, it
How
is.
about that? That's pretty
right.
cool. So, hey, listen, MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter New Beginnings fundraiser. Get your tickets, or if you are connected to a business or an organization and you want to donate things for the silent or live auction, or just write a check. Or if you want to sponsor, I'll create other things that you can sponsor.
Call us, absolutely.
I'm willing to put something together. And it's going to be a good time, and there's the MCSA website. You can always get more info on it there. All right, very good. Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you soon. Love Shouldn't Hurt, Tuesday at the Mississippi Brew. Let's go to the aisle cam, if we could. Oh, the overhead cam. Yes, that's right, of course. Chef Brian Scott in the Hizzle, working in the Hy-Vee Today kitchen with what I am. I just want to keep it right there for a second. I am dubbing that the keto breakfast bowl. And Chef, correct me if I'm wrong. That is the one bowl. Is it just a bowl of bacon? Is that what that is?
It is just a bowl of bacon.
Yes, it is a bowl of bacon, and the bacon is going to be incorporated in is it the risotto again, or what?
The bacon's going to be incorporated in the next dish, which is going to be shrimp with peas. So I'm going to make the soup with a little bit of the bacon fat, so you got kind of the pea and bacon flavor going on. And I'm going to turn this into a bacon powder. And we're going to dust this garnish with the bacon powder. So
you're making bacon powder.
Correct.
Not baking powder, bacon powder. Yes. Oh,
So
I feel like I need to put bacon powder on everything. Okay, so You described yesterday, and I love the overhead shot. It looks so good. You described yesterday that a lot of the wines for Saturday, tomorrow's wine dinner, are a little sweeter. So are you complementing the sweetness with the savory from the bacon? Is that kind of what you were
They're a
thinking?
little sweeter, so I wanted something salty, and I
Okay.
wanted something fatty to kind of help balance everything out and make everything taste awesome.
Nice. And then you are making, again, the garnish. Is that what's going on in that pan right there?
Correct.
Wow.
So when it's
Oh,
all,
that's what it looks like. Look at that, Ryan. We got to get that on the 3D or the overhead cam, whatever. So look
once
at
it's
that.
done.
That is super cool, man. Wow. I feel like that's going to a lot of trouble for a garnish, but that's what happens when you're a professional chef. I mean, you get to do cool stuff like that. Wow. I can't believe it. I didn't even see that happen while the show was going on, but that's what I love about this is we can start the show and then come back and chef's got a creation happening in front of our very eyes, and you can see it working in that pan right there. The bowl of bacon is just whispering. Can I try a little piece of bacon?
see if it's safe for people.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to see if it's safe for people.
See if it's safe for people. Right. If I have to be the tester of the bacon, ladies and gentlemen, I will take one for the team, of course. You know that. All right. So listen, we could have sold out the wine dinner since this show has been on. I don't know. What I would tell you to do, even if you're watching, okay, if you're watching tonight you started at 10:30, the Y is not open. You know that, right? But what I would do is tomorrow, Saturday morning, bright and early, pick up the phone, pick up the landline, pull up the antenna, and call the Y, 563-263-9996, and say, is the wine dinner sold out? And if they say yes, next year. But maybe there'll be a ticket or two left, because that guy right there who's on the screen, Chef Brian Scott, not Red Hot Brian Scott, regular Brian Scott. You know how hard it is? I worked with a guy named Red Hot Brian Scott for 5.5 years, and now I've got a Chef Brian Scott next to me. Chef Brian Scott will be putting together a 5-course meal. When was the last time in Muscatine, Iowa, that you had a 5-course meal that's paired with wine at $50 a head? I've told you that if you go out to dinner, whether it's in Muscatine or the Quad Cities, and it's any type of upper scale, your bill is going to be easily over $100. So for two people to be able to spend $100 to have a 5-course meal prepared by a chef with 5 different wines that complement it, and it's a fundraiser, there's nothing better than that. It's fantastic. And chef insisting that I take one for the team and try the bacon. I mean, you're just marvelous. Stick around as long as you like, all right? You can hang out. Look at that. That is all for a garnish that he's doing. Jim Simmons joining the show. You see stuff like that on that plate, Jim. That's a garnish to a dish for tomorrow. It's just a garnish.
Yeah.
That's next level. I would have burnt my house down trying to do stuff like that.
I couldn't do it.
I have to call the fire department because...
That's why he's
right?
over there.
That's what I'm saying. That's people that like go to culinary school. I'm super jealous, and this is why we love, as Americans, we love watching Food Network and chefs work like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it happens, and we've got a little bit of a sneak peek picture that I sent Ryan because I don't want to give the full thing away. The theme is Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
We just basically gave the theme to Lainey and said, make a cake.
Yeah.
And she just crushed it with this
It is.
unbelievable piece that we're going to show here.
It
in
is
just a second.
super cool. I've never, you know, when we started doing this, I remember Lainey was like, oh man, what am I going to do? She was really nervous about it and didn't know what to do. And the first one was just, you know, simple.
Sure.
It was a big M with an arrow through it, just their logo, you know? And it was really cool. And then she just, every year, just kind of gets into it more and more and more. And then you see what we got. That lion
It's a lion.
was
It's like a full
incredible.
lion. Ryan, do you have the headshot of the lion? So that's like that. I can't even tell you how big that is.
Oh, it's huge.
I don't even know how heavy
the
it
picture doesn't. Well, look behind
It's
it.
so
and
heavy.
you could see like the mixers and different things that we have.
Look how big that mixer
Yeah.
is. I
mean,
guess
this
half
thing's
of it,
huge.
like half of it's cake and then half of it's Rice Krispie treats. I
Yeah.
don't know what half it is, but I want to eat it right now. I
It
love
is-
Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, it is
Oh
cool.
my
I'm super
gosh.
excited. This will be the best one that we've done yet. So
Look at that.
That
That's
Laney's
the
done yet.
face of the lion.
Yes.
That's a cake. I don't know how. You people with your skills. I mean, it's like Delmer cutting the cheese. It's the same level of skill associated with making a lion cake. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I think somebody said she was here till like midnight last night making that happen.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
just super cool. So
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
And somebody, Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, that'll be in the live auction. Somebody will bid and somebody will buy that
Yeah.
lion cake.
Yeah.
Home, and then it'll either go to an individual. A lot of times it's businesses that'll bring it to work.
Right.
So that and that just shows you again, like for Hy-Vee, 20 or 25. What's great is, I mean, they're calling in and ordering.
Right.
But then people know, like, oh, they've got people that can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah.
if you ever find your exquisite cake,
yeah.
we can do it for you. If
That
you need
is a cool.
If you need a bear, what's going to be next year's theme? I don't even know. Like an octopus, I don't even know what it's going to be, but it's really exciting to
Lainey
see that.
did the octopus. Remember that when
Oh,
she
gosh,
did that
that's
last
right.
year for the cake auction?
That's right, it
She
was
won
like
that last year, so that
beach
was super
theme.
cool.
Man, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Hy-Vee's role at the cake auction, I don't know if it's only been since you've been here as the store director, but I mean, we'll have people there from basically 5 to 9
Yep.
cranking out. Because here's the thing, like, I think sometimes people assume, well, I can't afford to go to the cake auction. You don't have to participate in the live auction.
Right.
You don't feel like you have to bid on things during the silent auction. There's cake by the slice and ice cream
Yes.
ready to go.
Yes,
That's super affordable.
Yeah, and that's what we serve all night. Is we cut the cake, we have the ice cream there.
Yep.
And we help staff that and run that, and it's been a great turnout every year. We pretty much go through everything we have,
Yep.
that's brought in. I know the boosters do a great job. Every booster, I think, brings in a cake,
Yep.
or 2 or 3, I don't know, and that's, so they donate that, so everything that's raised that night's 100% profit, and it's just a really cool event. It's the biggest fundraiser I've ever been a part of in one night. I mean, it's just like,
Unbelievable.
wow, really. So it's really cool.
We're looking at some pictures from last year, and what I did and what I'll do tonight. Oh, go back for a second. I think that was look at that. No, the one. Yeah, look at that. That's like a roof. That's cool. Somebody on a ladder on a roof. So I went around and took a picture of everything and posted it on the Hy-Vee Facebook page because I feel like everybody that either made or donated a cake should be recognized or acknowledged for their support. And what's super cool is to see the different styles that'll show up. That look at that. That's a home plate, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
With a softball on it.
Yeah.
That's a real softball, I think, by the way.
Yeah.
So
that's
but
cool.
It's nice to get the alumni involved or the different businesses. Certainly, like the different activities are going to be there. There's one coming up. I can't remember which one it was, but it was super funny. Some of the cakes made me laugh last year. I bid on the
There's
ones
some
that I
good
thought
ones,
were like,
yeah.
look at that bear. What? That's what one of the a violin, right? Rice Krispie treats. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's my kryptonite. Rice Krispie treats all day. And then what's super exciting for us here at Hy-Vee today, our very own Betsy. I don't know how she found the time. She kept telling me all week that she was going to make a cake that she's going to donate for the cake auction tonight. And here it comes to the set, including a 3D microphone. So it's the Hy-Vee Today logo. It's as if you were like looking down at it, but the microphone is in 3D. And here's Betsy. Look at the size of this thing. It's fantastic. Young lady, how long did this take you?
2 days.
2 days. What? Yeah.
I freezed it beforehand so
Gotcha.
that I could ice it better. But
Okay, what kind of frosting do we have, and then what type of cake is it under?
it's a red velvet cake, and it's just
Oh.
the cream cheese frosting. So
I knew it. That's my favorite. And then the microphone. How do you? I say it's like fondant. What is it?
yes, and Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, like a little steak in the cake.
Yes. You don't need to zoom in on it. It's fine.
Don't get my hopes up with steak in the cake. This is awesome. I'm so
It
glad
is
that you
cool.
did this, and it'll be available in the silent auction tonight. I love red velvet. Do you know, like, that's my wife's
That's my
favorite. Like, anytime my wife's birthday was just January 12th, I got her a red velvet cake, and it's the heaviest cake ever, right? The frosting is heavy, and that looks awesome. So people will be able to bid on that. Thank you. You did a great job.
You're welcome.
Hey, and you spelled
super
Tony
cool.
right. It doesn't say Toby Tone.
I was actually tempted to put Tobias on there, but I decided
That's my
not to.
given name.
Oh,
Hey,
that
look
would've
at
been-
Delmer working right hard in the background back there. It's always good to see him. All right, so
Yeah,
bid on
that's
this
really
cake
cool.
and all the other ones at the cake auction tonight. It's a really big deal. Now I wonder, I don't know if you have as big of a sweet tooth as I do.
Yes.
So
I
you're
probably
tonight.
do.
So tonight you'll be like 4 hours passing out cake and ice cream. Will you partake? Are you chocolate, vanilla, red velvet?
I probably will not partake just
Okay.
because last year We
so
really
busy.
tried. Yeah, it was so busy. I was just
no
going,
time
going,
to eat
going.
cake, right?
But if I was to eat a piece of cake,
Yeah, hypothetically.
I love like German chocolate.
Oh, my.
With the coconut frosting and stuff. I love chocolate. Period.
Okay.
No chocolate around. Hey, I'll eat some, vanilla or whatever
Sure.
you got. When it's candy, it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But when
I'm
it's
with you.
baked goods and cookies and get out of my way. It's awesome. I
German
love it.
chocolate cake, my dad's favorite as well. My grandma his mom, my grandma Babe, used to make it, and
Yeah.
it's one of those things like even if you're not a fan of coconut,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because it's so chocolatey.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't even know there's coconut in it. I know it's there, but I don't. You don't taste it. It's just
It's a good
different.
way to get your fruits and vegetables as part of a balanced diet with the German. There's I think, and I could be wrong, but Contrary Brewing. And I'm so happy that we have Contrary Brewing on tap in the Market Grill now.
Definitely.
They have a German chocolate cake beer.
Really?
I've had it. It's wild.
Is
I mean,
it-
it's got the notes of coconut in it, and I thought I had to use a fork, and they were like, "No, you drink it." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So that's wild. This tonight, though,
That's
the cake
funny.
auction is all about the businesses and the individuals coming together.
Yeah.
And when you see people pool together and support the Booster Club to the
Yeah.
tune of, I mean, tonight they'll probably do at the very least $30,000 in one night,
Is that
and they
crazy?
use that for all activities and
Yeah.
all athletics, so that Muscatine students can go to different competitions,
Yes.
whether it's across the state or out of state, and they have the best equipment to keep them safe.
Yep.
When it comes to sports, I mean that's what it's all about. It's not just for a single team or a single activity; it's for all of them.
All of them. Yep. I love it. I think it's the best way I've ever seen somebody raise money. And you're right about one thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money to support it.
Sure.
Even if you want to buy a cake, you can go into the room and bid on one of those cakes.
Yep.
You don't have to bid in the gym if you're uncomfortable with that.
Sure.
I mean, those cakes go for 2, 3, 4, 500,000, whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you can go in the other room and pick one up for $50 sometimes
Yeah,
or whatever.
100%.
So
Yeah.
don't feel like you have to be in the room bidding. There's other places to go, and pick up, or just come have cake and ice cream with us.
Yeah, at the very least, right.
all
Come
that money
support
goes.
girls and boys. It's a girl-boy
Yep.
basketball doubleheader. 29th year, though. I mean, there's other schools that have borrowed this idea and
Yeah.
have been successful for them.
Yes.
I think about L&M. They just had a successful cake auction, and Tom Wilson would tell you that it's because of Muscatine setting the bar, setting the precedent for how to execute. And
Yeah.
that's where it comes down to the Booster Club and the volunteers there. And like Dana said when she was here, Dana Kraft, talking about the Booster Club, always looking for people, whether you want to join the board and be super involved or just be a volunteer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, and this goes to parents that maybe have kids that have gone through the school system that are looking for ways to stay connected. I mean, they'd love to have you to help with concessions, and then on a night like this is they're all in night.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All hands on deck.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so big they need help. That's
Yeah.
why we go.
Yeah.
Just to help out and just to take care of what we take care of. I think takes a lot of pressure off. So it's just a great time, actually.
I can't wait to see some of the cakes, all of the cakes. I'll have pictures of everything. If you can't make it tonight, I understand. Go to the. That's one of them from last year.
That's cool.
Right? Death Star, Star Wars theme. Look at the corn one. That was the one I was talking about. The corn one was super creative, right? Isn't that awesome? So I'll have pictures again from tonight's cake auction. There's Bear
That's
hanging
neat,
out.
yeah.
And if you are like, I gotta have that lion cake that Lainey at Hy-Vee put together, come on out and bid on it. Olaf chilling, right? The Chemistry Club cake. They're so fun. That one was awesome as well. The race for our schools.
I think it's so. I don't even know how you would do that stuff.
Same.
You know
here.
what I mean?
No.
It's just so cool that they were that creative and they can make that stuff happen.
It's a lot of fun to see. And then, like, go back to that softball one. Like, that's a good example. You bid on the cake, and guess what? You take home a couple hats and a shirt as well.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm telling you what. I will be putting some bids down, and if I have to bid on my own Hy-Vee today, get people up, do that. I'm really good at fundraisers. I bid people up, and I talk a lot of smack. But hey, if it's for a fundraiser, it's a good cause, right? It's friendly smack talk. That's what I'm good at. Friendly smack talk. I should be a professional fundraiser attendee. As long as I have a microphone and a pen, I can go around.
You be
call people
if
out.
you're in charge of it, I'm not going.
That's right. The last thing I'll mention while you're here, and we can already tell it seems like today's going to be busy. I can feel it in the store.
Yes.
Tomorrow for sure. 2-day fuel saver. 2
Yes.
days to beef up the fuel saver. On Facebook yesterday, had a guy that paid like 5 cents for 15 gallons of gas. It happens every single day. In the month of January, customers here saved over $30,000. So today and tomorrow, with every $50 you spend, 25-cent fuel saver. It's such a big deal. The price of gas, you see it at $2.09 or $2.05 a gallon. It doesn't have to be.
The only time this month we're doing that. And this is, you need to take advantage of it. It's a great deal. Today's a good day to go. I know it's cold out, but
Sure.
the sun's shining, and that'll feel a little better.
100%.
Tomorrow will be hopefully another great day. It is supposed to snow again, I guess, on Sundays. But please come out and take advantage of this. I mean, this is a great promotion. It's one of our best ones that we do, and I just want to see people come out and take advantage of it and see how much you can save. I'm telling you, it can be free, easy.
Today's high, forecasted high 13 degrees, but it'll be sunny, mostly sunny and 25. And tomorrow is that Sunday. Don't even look at Sunday's forecast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't even look at it. Just don't.
No
Just
fun.
Skip it. But there's no fuel saver on Sunday, so come today or tomorrow. And like
Right.
Jim said, this is the only time in the month of February, even though it's usually only 2 days, that has the fuel
gonna
saver
have
that
it.
stacks up.
That's right.
So if you're a fuel saver shopper, say that 3 times fast, you can't afford to miss it, right?
Right.
And it's that easy. And as we sit here and do the show, I can tell you right now, if you spend more than 25 cents off per gallon, because there are thousands of items in this store that already have a fuel saver on it.
Yeah.
So even if
Yeah.
it's that item that you're getting that's got 2 cents or 5 or 10 cents, that all adds up. There's no other place in town on gas.
Just look down the meat department alone. Look at all the 10-cent fuel savers you can get.
Well, how about if you
Oh,
just
yeah.
pick up a 86 flyer?
Yeah.
Right? So 86 plus 25, I mean, you're already over
And
$1.
The cool part about that flyer is really items. It's a great deal. I mean, you could walk out of here easy with $1, $2 savings, easy.
There's 20 cents right there. There's 20 more cents to add to it.
Okay.
Sometimes people higher price think Hy-Vee's case. We need you to understand that we have more variety than anybody, and our prices really, people know that shop here that they're saving money and they're getting quality items. That usually doesn't go hand in hand when able to do that.
That's right.
And it's really impressive. And
Look at
everything is where it should be in this store, right?
Marinated
Super
chicken
organized.
breast
I
right
know,
there,
the
$2.
chicken breast.
Iced are amazing. You know how much iced ham that we have and how many varieties we have of that?
So many.
I mean, we sell tons of that. There are all these things. So these are great items. It's not just chocolate milk.
That's why that's true with stuff. I know.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? The apples. I mean, you can go through the whole thing.
86 cents on that fuel saver flyer alone tomorrow when you spend $50 plus 25 cents. It only makes sense. And then you download the Hy-Vee app to track your fuel saver so you know where you're at.
Absolutely.
And again, there's people that are filling up 20 gallons, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. If it's you, share a picture of your receipt. And then the thing that I always tell people is, I hope that you're using that fuel saver at Hy-Vee gas, because as soon as you pump 10 gallons or more, you go inside and they put 5 cents back on your fuel saver.
Yeah.
So you might think, well, I just drained the fuel saver. Well, no, they're going to give you 5 cents to restart it.
Yeah.
That to me is one of the best deals ever.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you're giving me a nickel just for using Hy-Vee gas, where they're the friendliest people ever.
Yep.
You might not often think of a gas station and people being friendly.
Yeah.
Holy moly. They're almost too nice out there.
Yeah, they know everybody.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is super cool.
And I'll say this, I've had some pretty good luck on my scratch-off lottery ticket. So, I got that going for me too at Hy-Vee gas. I got the fuel saver and the nickel back, and I'm doing okay on the scratch-offs.
We can't guarantee that, though.
No. Can guarantee good service, though.
Yeah,
that's
we
for sure.
can.
And the coolest, if you have a car, a truck, van, SUV, and the tire lights come on, we have the best. And I know this is a nerdy thing to say. Our
cool.
tire pump, our whatever, it's Tony proof.
Yeah.
I can open my door. There's a sticker on the door. It says the tire pressure for your tires should be, say, 34 psi, 34 pounds. You enter 34, and then you stick it on your tire, and it does the work for you. You just hold. All you have to do is this, and then it beeps, and that beep is basically saying, "Okay, Tony, take it off now."
You're good.
I'm telling you right now, there are people that will wait in line. I'm one of them that I've waited 3 cars deep because it's so easy to use. It never freezes up.
Very nice.
And I know that's just a small thing.
And it's
to
free.
mention.
I mean, we don't charge for anything like that.
You know how nice it is
really
to not have
cool.
to find a quarter to put air in your tires?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such like a 90s, 2000s thing where you gotta I'm gonna put a quarter. And I should tell you that today, February 8th, did you know that today is National Iowa Day? National Iowa Day. A lot of those days, go on the website, and it's something ridiculous. Today, it's all about us. The greatest state in the Union. Iowa. Fields of opportunity. I'll never forget the first time, maybe the second time, because I did drive to St. Ambrose with a couple buddies of mine when I was still in high school to check it out. We just did like a quick trip, but the first time I was hitting the road from Oak Park, suburb of Chicago, cruising down 88, got onto 80, came into Iowa, and I saw the people of Iowa welcome you sign. My mom read it. She's like, "Oh, that's nice. The people of Iowa welcome you." And every time I see that, I remember that moment when I was might even have been 18 years orientation. I think I emailed that picture to you, right, guy? Check your email. And it's just the people of Iowa today. And I have been an Iowan since August of 2017 years. So I've almost been an Iowan longer than I would have been an Illinoisan. 17 years. The state has treated me real good. Real good. So how will you celebrate National Iowa Day? Will you almost accidentally bump into... Hoops. Hup. Hoop. What is that word that we say when we almost bump into somebody? It's O-P-E. We are Iowa nice, we're Iowa strong, and we love Busch Light. And we have an abundance of jobs. If you've heard anything that former Hy-Vee Today guest and current Governor Kim Reynolds has been saying, there's jobs. We need people to take these jobs. We can put you to work. And we'll get to the job board in just a second. It's also National Fly a Kite Day. Probably not going to fly a kite today, although enough. Your kite may freeze. It's National Frozen Kite Day, everybody. But I almost ran across the parking lot. Like I said this morning, my face, my beautiful face. I need a hat mask. Or I need one of those. I need a ski mask. Can anybody invent a ski mask that doesn't mess up your hair? Is that the next $1 million on a pet rock? Why not a ski mask that doesn't mess up your hair? I feel bad for Chef Brian Scott. They got these chef hats. They mess up your hair. There's no way around it, right? We could also have a chef hat that doesn't mess up your hair, right?
It's true. It's true.
You'd be a part of that. All right, we'll get the R&D together. This guy's just crushing it over here. We got overhead cameras still rocking. He's still putting together these garnish things. So is it edible? Is it an edible garnish then?
All garnishes are edible.
All garnishes
are edible.
There you go. All garnishes are edible, Tony. I like it. Chef Brian Scott, ready to go. YMCA. Ryan, Cody will move his camera. You're good. I want to get the wine dinner graphic up one more time so we can remind folks that are with us still. The wine dinner Saturday night at the Muscatine Community Y. Ryan Broderson not knowing what to do with his hands at this moment. The wine dinner, we want to sell it out. 5 courses, 5 different wines paired together. And Chef Brian Scott in the mix Saturday night. The wine dinner, I should say, is here at Hy-Vee in the Market Grill Express. Doors open at 6. Dinner starts at 6:30. 5-course meal, wine, and you're helping out the Muscatine Community-Wise youth and teen programming. It's worth it, y'all. Call Amy Hessel at the Y, 563-263-9996. Okay, I want to promote a couple things, and then we'll get to the job board, and we'll get out of here. Okay? We'll do all that. Chef, thank you for being with us the past 2 days. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
And
My
if
pleasure,
you don't
my
see
pleasure.
Chef at the wine dinner on Saturday, you can see him here in the Hy-Vee Bakery or at DeBeat's Bistro and Wine Bar, downtown Muscatine, a fabulous place. And I know he makes good stuff, so I shouldn't even have to tell you to go to the wine dinner. You've watched the last 2 days. You know it's going to be good. I don't have to tell you. I don't need to tell you. Just show up. Okay, couple things to mention. Jim Simmons talked about it today and tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Spend $50, get 25 cents off on your fuel saver. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't miss that. Monday, coming in hot, Make My Monday, February 11th, Valentine's Day, next Thursday. Monday, we're starting the week off with a great opportunity for you to save on the best, highest quality produce in Muscatine County. There is no comparison. Make My Monday, 20% off produce sack sale. You'll have a paper Hy-Vee bag. Grab one of them, grab 10 of them. We don't care. Load it up with produce, shortcut items, or salad bar items and save 20% off Monday only produce sack sale. Nobody has better produce than our produce team, led by Brian Mueller and the crew. They do a fantastic job, and it is a great opportunity to save. If you're on any type of diet where you're going through a lot of fresh fruit and vegetable, if you're meal prepping, if you're cooking asparagus and real butter, I can't get enough asparagus and real butter. That's my culinary expertise. You take the butter and you put it in the pan, and then you put the asparagus in it, and you do this move, and you don't start your house on fire. 20% off. I'm dizzy now. Betsy, don't let me do that voice anymore. 20% off, coming in hot, Make My Monday this Monday. Also happening on Monday the 11th, Bingo in the Market Grill Express. Bingo is back. I'm so tempted to pull a Delmer and just put my finger in the cake, but I won't because it's for a fundraiser. Bingo, 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 Monday, 6 o'clock, free to play, $5 Hy-Vee gift card with every bingo game you win. Listen, it's a good time. You can RSVP. You don't have to RSVP, but if you want to, save your seat. Family, friends, good times to be had. I'll be your host. I try and be entertaining. We have some serious bingo players. It's very quiet. When we're playing bingo, it's very quiet. I try and crack jokes, keep it light, and they're just like, next, go B10. I could just sit there 39, 072, but I try and keep it light. Maybe I'll just become a regular bingo caller. I don't know. But it's free to play, and it's a good time. Tuesday, 2 things on Tuesday the 12th. The first, if we went in order of when things are starting, 5 o'clock at the Mississippi Brew, Love Shouldn't Hurt. We talked about that this morning with Mahaley supporting the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. You could go to both events on Tuesday. You could go to the Brew for Love Shouldn't Hurt. You could stop at the high school at 6 o'clock for the Muscatine Special Olympics basketball game taking on the Muscatine Fire and Police Department. That game will start at 6. It'll be done by 7:30, 7:45 at the latest. And then you could go back downtown and support the MCSA event. Special Olympics, they are worthy of your support. Come on out. It's a great time. And I can't wait to referee that game again with Jim Simmons on Tuesday. We'll talk to Jason Miller again next week from Special Olympics, along with Special Olympics head basketball coach and a coworker of mine, Mark Heideball. We can't wait to chat with them. Admission is free, bake sale, T-shirts, raffle items. And, you know, I'll say this. If you are connected to an event similar to, we'll talk about whatever. Y'all, if you watch the show and you're like, I got a worthy cause, bring it to me. Like, we're going to start talking about the Fruitland Volunteer Firefighter. I think it's a soup or chili dinner coming up soon. It's in March. But if you have something like that, reach out to me. I've had a lot of people this last week send me stuff, and I'm like Courtney Dankman, Wilton softball coach, saw her yesterday. Then she sent me an email asking if we could promote an event for Wilton softball. And I was like, why don't you just come on the show? That's what we're here for. So use that email address or call me or stop by and see me. And Cody, stand by. Cart cam in a minute to the front of the store right near Starbucks. The animal shelter is selling those unbelievable gourmet apples. We'll end the show with that. But in the meanwhile, let's go, Ryan, let's do Valentine's Day dinner in the Market Grill, Breaking Bad trivia, and then we're going to go right into the car cam coming in hot. So that's a funny text I will not share with you. So let's go the dinner in the Market Grill Express for $40. It's an unbelievable deal. Everything you need for dinner. It's Valentine's Day, all set and ready to go. Make an RSVP. $40. You've got 2 drinks, appetizer, entree, dessert. Bada bing, bada boom, bada Betsy. Betsy. I also picked up their donation to sponsor the wine pull at the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter New Beginnings fundraiser, and they're a proud sponsor of the Toyota of Muscatine Kart Cam. That Kart Cam, of course, is a 2019 Toyota Supra Corolla 9000 with gold-plated wheels and a V12 engine that runs on pure adrenaline and you know, positivity. So the Kart Cam near the front of the store, 3 days. The Muscatine Humane Society is hosting their biggest, hello ladies! The Muscatine Humane Society is hosting their biggest fundraiser, selling those gourmet, or as Ryan Broderson says, gourmet apples. While they last, they will go quickly. Those things are unbelievable, and Hy-Vee is happy to provide them some space to sell those apples. They are super cool. They're just dipped in, oh, it's a party. Goodness. Don't miss out on that. All right, can we go to the job board? Team Staffing, one of the other fine sponsors of this show, 109 Lake Park Boulevard. They have people at work right now. Over 1,000 jobs in Muscatine and the surrounding communities. They do such a fantastic job. And they have job. How many times can I say job? Ready? That was 6, I think. Here's the job board. Mary has part-time janitor opportunity, $11 an hour. Call Mary if this job interests you at 563-316-7634 or careers@teamssi.com. Up next, Betsy, on the job board is Mary again with an opening for an HR generalist. If you are interested or have worked in human resources, you can call Mary, quite contrary, 563-316-7634 or careers@teamssi.com. Part-time accountant, must have QuickBook experience. This is all Mary today. It's the Mary Power Hour. Back-to-back-to-back Mary job postings on Hy-Vee today. That's my radio imaging voice. 563-316-7634. In a world where all the job board posts are from Mary. Team Staffing, rated R. All right, store's getting busy. I feel it. There's a swell. Folks are getting out. We're thawing out. I'll let You know, EW Channel 5, in addition to the Remax listings. Look at this bathroom, look at this backyard. They've all got snow on it, but it's okay. That's how I feel like when I'm looking at the houses on the Remax channel. I'm like, I bet that yard looks good. What is it's not covered in snow? Maybe we could melt it. That's a filter. We melt it. All right, that's it. I have said enough. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing. 25 cents on your fuel saver when you spend $50 today, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday only. That's it. Goodbye. We're done. It's over.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today via email, Hy-Vee Today at gmail.com.